Hey, good morning. This is Brian Johnson, and I have a question for you. Are you working hard or are you working right? Naturally, it may sound kind of crazy, and when you really think about it, it makes a massive difference to help you to understand whether you are putting good energy into your work or whether you're focusing on things that aren't really creating the outcome that you're looking for. For example, I just got back from vacation gone for 3 days, and I am reacclimating myself back into work and getting used to the things I do and the systems that I had. And it's basically just like learning it all for the first time again. And I found myself kind of antsy the last couple of days. So I got to slow down to speed up. Meaning I get to put some conscious thought into what really is going to make the biggest impact today, and that's what I get to focus on. Using the question, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? That's a question posed by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan in the book called The One Thing, which I highly encourage you to get. Amazing information. Will really help you to take all of your should-dos and equate that into your must-dos. And a must-do is where you focus your energy because it's doing those specific tasks that help you to create the most abundant and specific outcomes, whether it's enjoying more family time, whether it's being more productive at work, whether it's hitting financial goals, whether it's doing more stuff for your body. Okay, there's a one thing for each one of those categories that will directly impact it the most, that will make the rest of your focal points easier and or unnecessary. So my encouragement to you is to slow down to speed up. When you find yourself really antsy, I'm going to share with you a tool that my great brother Jeremy Eugene Wilson shared with me. And I will say to myself, be in your body, Brian. I'll say it out loud. A lot of times if I'm around people, you can't hear me because it's under my breath. What it does is it gets me out of my head. When we're in our head, we're not in our subconscious body, which is where all of our power is. Our emotional body, our subconscious body, that's where all of our power is. So when we can get out of here and come from a place of heart-centered activity, heart-centered direction, heart-centered connection with God, what we focus on dramatically expands. So when you slow down, you actually get to speed up. You actually get to get rid of the negative, antsy, anticipatory fear, and you get to step into faith, trust, love, encouragement, motivation, and you can use those action steps to move forward. So, my question to you is, what was your biggest takeaway from my video? What did you find most helpful? Most importantly, what are you going to use now in your life? Because here's what I found. This is even from hanging out with millionaires and billionaires. The difference between a millionaire and a billionaire and someone who's in a quote-unquote mediocre life, status quo, is that when the millionaires and billionaires find a nugget at a meeting, at a podcast, or they're at an event, whatever it may be, wherever they find this piece of gold, they are immediately implementing. Immediately. Often stepping out of the meeting, going into the hall, getting on the phone with their secretary or their support team, and implementing that tactic now. That's the one thing outside of the discipline and the habits that they have that makes them successful. So my encouragement to you is this. I'm going to share with you a James Malinjack. James, 2 of them. Is use this phrase when you're bringing on new information. Is this contributing to my freedom or contaminating my freedom? And use the phrase, I get stuff done fast. Procrastination will cause your worst fears and worst nightmares to come through. So whenever something pops up, if you're in the tune of having people to support you, like an assistant and things like I do, if that's something your assistant can do, then send it off for her to do, or him or her to do. If you're doing it yourself, prioritize it. What's most important? What's going to make me feel best? Because when you feel great, you're attracting more love and enthusiasm, more magnetic to your good. If you're feeling bad, you're going to attract more bad, unlikable experiences in your life. The beauty of that is, wherever you're at on that spectrum, you have complete authority and ability to change it today, right now, when you choose to. If you're not sure what to do to change that and you are serious about your results, not interested, serious about your results, message me. Let's have a conversation. I eat problems like this for breakfast every day. I get to support some of the world's strongest, finest, elite level entrepreneurs, professional public speakers, and some really amazing people. And I would love to share the same skill sets with you to help you get the results you've always dreamed and desired of. If you are still watching my video right now, you are the one who's going to make it to the top. Most people literally only make it to 7 seconds into my video, even ones that have 100,000 views on them. Give yourself a pat on the back because you are doing what's necessary to be successful. Now, the next step for you is to take action. Take action. Knowledge without use is a waste of my time and taking my time in vain because you're not implementing the tactics that I share with you. Go back, watch my video 2 or 3 times, write it down, prioritize it, and then execute. And naturally, if you're more serious and curious, let's have a conversation to see if or how I can support you on your journey and take your time and warp speed it, cut your time in half, and help you to start getting the results you've always desired and dreamed of. So naturally, your next step is to take action. I'll see you soon. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.